Ready to go?
What do we got here?
Custom-made light bar.
100% custom-made light bar.
From scratch. It's kind of a slimline design. Not very tall, it's only 2 inches. 6 inches. Got 2 corner, clear, amber, just simple $8 LED marker lights and an L strobe. These are just 15-inch LED amber marker lights. They're not stop, turn, tail or anything, they're just markers. Same on the other side. We plasti dipped it to give it like that rubberized coating look. Lasts a long time. This is the cover.
We'll open it up
Pop
here.
the cover off here. You can just without scratching it. That's the inside.
And here we have the internals.
It's a very simple strobe box. It's a 2-channel. They call it forward and back, but it's actually just like a left and right. It's self-grounding. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's all kind of one piece here. Everything's kind of gone just to the left side and to the right side, left and right split.
Now, what's the best feature of this, though?
Best feature is that it has 8 different brightness settings. So you can turn it all the way down to almost off and all the way up to ultra, ultra bright.
And it's all done by what?
Keyless remote, just like
keyless remote, people.
Just like if you had a keyless entry in your car, it's the same little remote box that goes in the keychain. It goes on and off by that. It has the bright and dim setting, 8 settings. It has 8 different strobe settings, which go from pretty slow to all the way up to almost like strobe annihilation. It just moves.
Too fast for video.
Yeah, it doesn't even catch it on video. And it has what's called a heartbeat mode, which pretty much puts it from off all the way through the settings of bright to dim, but it doesn't jerk. It's a nice smooth all the way through, and then it stops when it's on bright and it goes back down again and goes up and back down and up and back down. So you're getting the signal, but you're not getting the strobe annoyance. If someone's behind you, you can always put it on that.
Exactly.
And everything's off the keyless entry, and this is the only thing that works the keyless entry, which is just 1 antenna wire.
1 remote wire right there.
And it says not to hook it up, just to leave it loose, which we did the other video, and it worked perfectly.
So.
And this is just made out of 2x2 angle iron. I went down to a steel company, had them cut me 2 36-inch pieces. The bottom piece
Flat stock.
is flat stock, and they're all 1/8 inch thick, both bottoms, tops, and sides. These pieces, we cut them to 6 inch, and then you can't really see because of the silicone, but they just gusseted to fit in between this rail right here, between the 2 pieces of angle iron, and it's all bolted together. And we use a silicone to seal it up the sides because we don't have a welder. No. So the silicone will work just as good.
Silicone and bolted.
It's a little gloppy.
And that's all the internals. Today's project is putting it onto the truck. Went out and got some flat stock. We're going to raise it up. We're going to put it on the roof. We'll demonstrate it once it's all wired in. I think you guys are really going to like this.
The light bar actually physically took us 8 hours to build.
Yes.
It was just about 8 hours, I would say. I don't think it was anything more than 8.
We've already received a few orders of people that want light bars built
like
for
us
them.
to create one for them.
And we would be more than happy to
and don't forget,
put something together.
You don't have to make it 6 inches. I only made it 6 inches to fit the side marker lights.
You can make it however big you want.
You could put these things right next to each other, a 2-inch piece, and have them just bolted right together on a piece of even box tubing. You know, you could do it that way if you wanted to, because it doesn't matter, because they're all going to come together at the junction box of the strobe control. So it doesn't matter how you do it. You don't have to use these lights. I picked these lights because they're big and they're bright. I know they're bright because I looked them up online and saw the ones that I liked, and they were long. And I wanted to make a bar that actually had enough length to fit my truck, so it didn't look kind of weird having a little tiny box on this, wide truck. So
we're gonna mount it right up there on top of the sleeper.
We'll
get up there. We'll show you guys.
Want to show them the old one?
And here we have the old light bar.
Just 2 old strobes, one powered to the other on a soft ground, and it went the length of the sleeper onto the corners. It wasn't very bright, and they didn't strobe very well.
It's an antique. It belongs in a museum somewhere.
It was a home built project that worked for what it did, but for now, that's going to replace it. So you have this
versus new
Which
style.
one would you want to have?
Exactly. So let's get this thing put together. Let's get it up on the truck. Just want to bring to everybody's attention that this is probably going to be Jay. He did not read the label on the side of the ladder. So he may look like that. But in the meantime, we're mounting the light bar to the roof. drilled out all the holes, put the flat stock in, and next step is to wire it up. Tightening down the last bolt. Man, does that look good.
That's it, kid. Look at this. Ready? This thing, it's not going anywhere.
Nope, nice and sturdy. Perfect. Let's wire it up.
Mounted. Wire it up, kid. And Andy is doing a little soldering here.
Oh, what now? Goodbye. Yep, we're soldering up the power in the ground. I'm gonna put some heat shrink over it, tuck up all the wires, get it nice and neat, and we'll be good to go.
Use the old Power Probe
Power
soldering
probe.
gun.
This uses butane.
That thing's
It's
awesome.
cordless.
That thing's awesome.
It is perfect, especially in situations like this.
And here we have the finished product. It's all been wired, mounted, and of course plasti dipped. It's our favorite new thing. As you can tell, the roof is plasti dipped, the visor. We're gonna end up doing the entire truck, but there we go. She's working. I figured out the alternating pattern. Wired it all up. We're good in the front. Obviously, you can't really see it right here in the daytime, but at night that's gonna be pretty bright. We go take a look at the back. And here's the view from the back. The back lights nice and bright up there. We zoom in. We got the end lights. She's playing around with the remote. As we covered earlier, it does all sorts of good things. And there you have it, Project LED Lightbar. 100% made from scratch. And here's the man who drew up the plans. You happy?
I'm happy that I had you to help me with the wiring.
Thank you, thank
Because
you.
you're the one who figured out how to make it alternate left and right. And some good times, some pizza, a few beers.
And a project.
Look, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's $250 to build an entire light bar.
It's perfect.
It would have cost you $1,200 to buy one of that magnitude of what it is. And we did it for a couple of bucks in about, what, 12 hours of time?
About that.
There you have it. Those are just normal marker lights. They're not supposed to strobe.
And there you have it, guys. Project Lightbar.